Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be discussing demystifying detox. It's one of my favorite topics, and I'm so glad that everyone is here to join us today. Okay, health is such a crucial aspect of our health and wellness and disease prevention. When our bodies are functioning optimally, we do tend to feel better. We think more clearly. We have more energy and we look our best. Today, I'm going to address why you want to detox, how to safely detox, and the foods that contribute to toxic buildup in our body. Is everyone ready? Sorry, a little too far. So, defining toxicity. In order to understand how to detoxify, we first need to talk about toxicity. Toxicity is the degree to which a substance, either a toxin or poison, can cause harm. There are two medical distinctions of toxicity. One is acute toxicity, which involves harmful effects in an organism through a single or short-term exposure. For example, when I used to live in an apartment complex, and this is when I really realized how serious toxins could be. So they came in and we had mold in the apartment. I was there when they sprayed. I was the only one home. My infant was with his grandparents. My daughter was at school. They sprayed. We came home. Everybody came home later that evening. The next day, we were all sick. The baby ended up in the hospital with a fever. They just brushed it off as being a virus. The next day, he was perfectly fine. His pediatrician said no. She said, take him to see a toxic exposure specialist and see what they have to say, because that's not normal. That's not a virus. The virus isn't going to, he has a fever, he's cranky, he's whiny. Everybody in the house had extreme migraines all day long. And then the next day, his fever's gone, he's fine. We're good to go. She's like, that's not normal. Chronic toxicity, on the other hand, is the ability of a substance or mixture of substances to cause harmful effects over an extended period of time, usually upon repeated or continuous exposure, sometimes lasting for the entire life of an exposed organism. So that can be the case with mold exposure, because typically when you're exposed to mold, you're living in that environment for a long period of time. You may not even know the mold is there. That was something that I also learned from the toxic exposure specialist and sitting and talking to him during that visit. Like, it can cause preterm labor, it can cause developmental delays in children. All of these different things can be caused and linked back to exposure to black mold. And if you're living in an apartment complex, you may not even know that it's there. The elimination process. The body's natural processes for detoxification is done by removing impurities from the blood in the liver, where toxins are processed for elimination. The body also eliminates toxins through the kidneys, intestines, lungs, lymphatic system, and the skin. We are continually bombarded with various chemical and environmental toxins, which can slow the body's processes for elimination. Detoxification is about resting, cleansing, and nourishing the body from the inside out. Many believe detoxing can help disease by removing and eliminating toxins, then feeding your body with healthy nutrients. How does detoxification work? So the goal of any detox program is to help boost the body's natural cleansing process by 1, resting the organs through fasting, 2, stimulating the liver to drive toxins from the body, 3, promoting elimination through the intestines, kidneys, and skin, 4, improving the circulation of the blood, and lastly, by refueling the body with healthy nutrients. Do you exhibit any of these symptoms? Some of the most common symptoms of toxicity include, but are not limited to, unexplained fatigue, sluggish elimination, irritated skin, allergies, low-grade infection, puffy eyes or bags under the eyes, bloating, menstrual problems, and mental confusion. Anyone who experiences one or more of the above regularly can benefit from even a short detox to help alleviate stress on the body. How many of you experience one or more of these symptoms on a regular basis? And did you ever think that they could be attributed to toxicity within your body? What others are saying. So detoxing isn't a new discovery. For centuries, cultures around this world have practiced detoxification as part of religious rituals, and have been rewarded with various health benefits. Here are some of the results others have reported after a detox: clearer skin, weight loss, increased immunity, lessened cravings, food intolerance relief, improved clarity and sense of well-being, elimination of excess waste, more energy. Sounds good, right? Before you start thinking detoxing sounds too good to be true, keep in mind it takes work. The effort you will put in will lead to the results you're looking for, but you have to be willing to work for it. Let's take a look at toxic foods. The top offenders. Aside from the obvious external factors such as chemicals in clothing, furniture, and cleaning supplies, many of the foods we eat are really not food. They are merely made with food-like substances. Even the fruits and vegetables we eat are grown with pesticides and heavily covered with poisons. Here are the top offenders when it comes to toxic foods: sugar and sugar substitutes, gluten, caffeine, dairy, meat, processed foods, and soda. Okay, so those are the top offenders. The effects of these toxic foods, there are a number of adverse effects that come with to eating a diet associated with the foods previously mentioned. However, these foods are also associated with poor overall dietary intake, which has been linked to many diseases and chronic conditions, including the following: cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, some forms of cancer, osteoporosis. That's just naming a few. They've also linked some autoimmune disorders to those foods, and they say that avoiding those foods with some autoimmune disorders can actually benefit the body because you're not intaking, and a lot of those foods are considered to be inflammatory, if that makes sense. So not only do they have toxins, but they're inflammatory. Far removed from food. How do we know processed foods are bad? Simple. Every time a population adopts a Western diet high in processed food, they get sick. The processed foods I'm referring to are those that have been chemically processed and made solely from refined ingredients and artificial substances. Detoxing from processed foods results in a lower intake of the following: sugar and high fructose corn syrup, artificial ingredients, preservatives, colorants, flavor enhancer chemicals, texturants, refined carbohydrates, the ones responsible for rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. Processed foods are engineered for overconsumption and can lead to addiction. In short, our bodies aren't designed to handle the massive amounts of salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats found in processed foods. Did you know that some of the foods that we allow children and even our adults to eat here in the US are banned in other countries? For instance, in the UK, red dye 40 is banned along with other dye substitutes. So that's one thing to remember. Refine your palate. Some of the pretty amazing results that have been reported by detoxers who significantly cut sugar intake. Weight loss is noted as the most noticeable outward sign, followed by a clearer complexion. Internal benefits include an increase in sustained energy levels and experiencing less bloating and gas. Refined sugar is one of the most harmful things you can put in your body that isn't outright classified as a narcotic or poison. Emerging research suggests sugar causes our cells to degrade faster, leading to DNA damage and accelerated aging. Once you've broken the cycle of sugar dependency and cleanse your system of its effects, sugary snacks like donuts and cake won't have the same irresistible appeal they once had. And foods you never thought of as particularly sweet, like bell peppers, carrots, and beets, will start tasting very sweet. Something naturally sweet, like an apple, will taste like candy. By ditching the refined sugar, your palate will become more attuned to the natural sweetness of real foods. The accumulation of toxins. When removing animal products from the diet, the body goes into a cleansing mode to rid itself of the accumulated toxins. Noted benefits of detoxing from meat and dairy include reduced inflammation, lower blood cholesterol levels, rebalancing of the healthy gut bacteria. Even if you're not ready to take the plunge and go full-on vegetarian, it's recommended to avoid meat and dairy while doing a detox because meat slows down digestion, clogs up the bowels, and breeds harmful bacteria in your gut. Milk, cheese, and other dairy products are acidic to the body, leading to reduced cell function and the slowing down of detoxification. Get more of the good. Now that you have a better idea of what you'd want to detox, let's take a look at how. Detoxing is all about diet. I don't mean dieting as in counting calories, but removing the known food offenders and increasing your intake of non-toxic foods. Non-toxic foods include stevia, greens, fruits, water, vitamins, legumes, nuts and seeds, and herbal teas. How to get started. When it comes to detoxing, many options are available depending on your need. Detox programs can last anywhere from 3 days to a month. Fasting programs should be done with extreme care and for a short duration. It's also always recommended to discuss significant changes with your doctor to ensure you are aware of any potential risks to your health. 3 to 7 day juice fasts, drinking only fresh fruit, vegetable juices, and water can be an effective way to release toxins from the body. However, this type of detox can be too extreme for beginners. For longer duration detox diets, you may want to try one of the following detox methods: simple fruit and veggie detox, a smoothie cleanse, a juice detox, a sugar detox, or a hypoallergenic detox. Setting your intent. To get started, it's important to first identify your goal. Next, determine a way to measure where you currently are with your goal so you can track your success. Here are a few examples. If your goal is weight loss, weigh and measure yourself. If your goal is to get rid of headaches, document the duration, intensity, frequency, and surrounding factors of your discomfort. If your goal is more frequent and less painful bowel movements, keep a chart to track them, what you ate before and how you felt. If you want to de-stress, map out how you feel throughout the day, before, during, and after. Need help with measuring your success? Share your goal with me, and let's brainstorm some ideas together. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So proper preparation is going to be your key to success with a detox. One of the most important things you can do to prepare is to clean out your kitchen of all toxic foods. Go through your pantry, refrigerator, cabinets, baskets to remove anything processed, sugary, or caffeinated. Letting go is a great feeling. You can donate unopened foods to a friend or food pantry if you don't want to throw things out. Next, gather a few recipes. I'll share some with later to help you get started later in the class. You can spare 5 minutes to sit down and prepare your menu for the week. You have an easier time making a shopping list and avoiding the temptation of unhealthy foods. When creating your shopping list, make your trip to the store easier by combining items on the list by department. This will prevent you from having to move back and forth from one end of the store to the other. Stocking your pantry. You want to make sure your pantry and kitchen is fully stocked with everything you'll need. One of the causes of eating poorly is lacking time to prepare healthy snacks and meals. You can avoid this pitfall with a little food prep. Once you get your foods home, prep everything before putting items away. You're more likely to snack on already cut carrots or throw a meal together if all the veggies are already peeled and diced. The more you can prep ahead of time, the less likely you'll be to grab something unhealthy out of convenience. Some useful must-haves on hand in the kitchen include a good quality sharp knife and glass containers. It's nice to have a blender or immersion blender, a juicer, a food processor, and a food dehydrator. There's nothing you can't do with a good knife. Also, you'll want to replace towards replacing nonstick cookware with stainless steel. If you're on a budget, flea markets and thrift stores are a great place to look. Hydrate. Start every morning with a glass of warm lemon water used to stimulate digestion for the day and clear the body of any toxins that may have settled in the digestive tract overnight. Then drink chilled lemon water throughout the day. Drinking lemon water supports immune function, alkalizes the body, aids digestion, clears the skin, and promotes healing. Smoothies and juices are packed with tons of nutrition and can make a great meal. Plus, you can hide all kinds of healthy additions in a smoothie. Aloe water, spinach, chia seeds, strawberries, pumpkin protein. Try this green detox smoothie. 2 cups of baby spinach, 2 cups of baby kale, 2 ribs of celery chopped, 1 medium green apple chopped, 1 cup of frozen sliced banana, 1 cup of almond milk, 1 tablespoon of fresh grated ginger, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Juices, on the other hand, can be extremely cleansing without the fiber. Your best option is to make your own juices. Store-bought juices are loaded with refined sugar and lack the detoxing nutrients you need. The ultimate green detox juice: 2 green apples cut in half, 3 celery stalks, no leaves, 1 cucumber, 8 leaves of kale, half a lemon peeled, 1 piece of fresh ginger, and a sprig of mint. Soup. Soups are especially soothing during a detox. You can get a well-balanced meal by adding healthy fats, complex carbs, nuts and seeds, and herbs. Try this detox veggie soup: olive oil, half a red onion diced, 2 cloves of garlic minced, 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger peeled and minced, 2 cups of chopped celery, 1 cup chopped carrots, 3 cups broccoli florets, 1 cup of cauliflower florets, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, optional or to taste, 1 14.5-ounce can of unsalted diced tomatoes, preferably organic, 4 cups of water, 1 teaspoon Italian seasoning, pink Himalayan salt to taste, fresh cracked black pepper to taste, 2 cups of kale destemmed and torn in pieces, 1 cup of purple cabbage chopped, juice from half of a small lemon, and a handful of chopped parsley for serving. In a large pot, you're going to add the oil, turn it on to medium-high heat, add the onion, garlic, and ginger, saute for 2 minutes, stirring occasionally. Add the celery, carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower. Stir and cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until slightly softened. Stir in the turmeric and diced tomatoes. Add water and bring to a boil. Reduce the heat and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes or until the veggies are soft. Stir in the Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, kale, cabbage, lemon juice near the last 2 to 3 minutes of simmering, and serve hot with chopped parsley. I'm going to post all of the recipes that we're discussing in this presentation on my webpage. That'll be at healthyandfitbyjessica.com. Those will be up shortly, where you guys can see them. Aid your detox. Additional techniques to aid in your detox include eating plenty of fiber, including brown rice, organically grown fresh fruits and veggies, beets, radishes, artichokes, cabbage, broccoli, spirulina, chlorella, and seaweed are all excellent detoxifying foods. Cleanse and protect the liver by taking herbs such as dandelion root, burdock, and milk thistle, and drinking green tea. Take vitamin C, which helps the body produce glutathione, a liver compound that drives away toxins. Drink at least 2 quarts of water a day, made easy by bringing around a 32-ounce stainless steel wide-mouth water bottle with you everywhere you go. Breathe deeply to allow oxygen to circulate more completely through your system. Sweat in a sauna so your body can eliminate waste through perspiration. Dry brush your skin or try detox foot spas or foot baths to remove toxins through your pores. Special brushes are available at a natural products store. Okay. Completing your detox. Once you've completed your selected detox, you don't want to add all the back in all the foods you've removed immediately. This is especially important if you chose a fruit fast or juiced detox. You'll want to incorporate solid foods, starting with easy to digest options gradually. You may be feeling so great after your detox, you don't even want to add certain foods back. If, however, you decide you want to add meat back in, choose healthy proteins and reintroduce them to your system gradually. If you've removed several foods, wait several days between reintroducing each different item. For example, if you removed gluten, meat, and dairy, pick one item to add back into your diet, then wait 3 days before adding the next food. This will help to prevent your system from becoming overwhelmed. I've used a number of resources for you to create this class. If you want to see them or you're curious about any of them, reach out to me at healthyandfitbyjessica@gmail.com and I will get those over to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If anyone has questions, please reach out via email. Again, my email is healthyandfitbyjessica@gmail.com. You can also reach me online at healthyandfitbyjessica.com. You can message me anytime. If you're ever feeling discouraged, remember that what you're working toward. I'd love to hear about your experience over the next few weeks. Also, if you think you could benefit from some one-on-one support, let me know. Definitely reach out via email. You can reach out to me on Facebook. Any of those things are available to you. There's so many ways to reach out to me. Just via email or via my webpage. Again, healthyandfitbyjessica@gmail.com or healthyandfitbyjessica.com. All right, everyone, have a great evening.